Now, breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
That breaking news in Wake County. The search is on for the person who shot at least 6 cars on one of the state's busiest highways. Thank you for joining us. I'm Gerald Owens.
And I'm Ashley Rowe. This was the scene along I-40 today near Gorman Street. The gunfire broke out over the last 2 days, actually, leaving commuters terrified that it could happen again. We have team coverage tonight of the search for a suspect and a closer look at the area where commuters really should be taking extra caution. We begin with WRAL's Aaron Thomas. Aaron, do we have any idea on who police are looking for?
So this is exactly what's making this case so complex, Ashley. Raleigh police have not released any sort of description of a person they're looking for or if they're using a getaway car. But we did hear from investigators who say that any small tips that any drivers can provide can help make a break in these cases.
We're getting reports of Raleigh police investigating reports of shots fired at a vehicle on I-40 and Gorman Street.
This morning, WRAL brought you breaking news about a suspected highway shooter. Later this evening, Raleigh police held a news conference informing the public about 6 vehicles shot at on a stretch of I-40 and Raleigh since Monday. Tonight, they are actively searching for the person who appears to be firing at cars at random on this very busy highway.
It's a very serious offense, and it needs to happen soon.
Nash County Sheriff Keith Stone, no stranger to these types of cases. Back in 2020, his office captured a man who raced up I-95, shot at cars, and led law enforcement on a multi-county high-speed chase. As for the shootings in Raleigh, he says tips from drivers play a pivotal role in pinpointing a suspect.
This is where the public, with cell phones and the ability to report crimes right then and has the ability to give good descriptions, that's what solves these cases and makes it where we're possible to stop this stuff very quickly.
The calls stem from a stretch of I-40 and Raleigh and Cary from Chapel Hill Road to Gorman Street to Buck Jones Road. Suzanne Kennedy, a former TV reporter in D.C., recalls the terror of 10 drivers in the D.C. area killed by snipers in 2002.
You don't know who they're targeting. Is it just random? Is it just from an overpass, from a side roadway, a frontage road? You just don't simply know. And so it's the unknown that's so terrifying. Drivers who use I-40 waiting for investigators to determine a motivation for the crimes. And Raleigh police adding tonight that they are making this a top priority in finding the person or people responsible. Drivers can definitely expect a beefed up patrol of their presence, especially as they get ready for their morning commute tomorrow. Let's send things over to Brian Schrader and the WRAL Live Center to give us a closer look at where these shootings have been reported. Brian?
Aaron, I want to give you an idea of where you're going to see those increased police patrols. This is all along Interstate 40 on the south and west side of Raleigh. Gorman Street, that's where some of those calls came in today, out toward US 1, Buck Jones Road, out to Chapel Hill Road. So far, there have been a total of 6 incidents, 2 on Monday, and then 4 reported this morning. And one of those on Monday, a woman was shot in the leg, as we reported, out at the Chapel Hill Road area on I-40. And police say that this has happened in both directions of I-40, so you definitely want to keep that in mind.
No kidding. Thank you, Brian.